Good morning. Welcome back to the Alexandria Museum of Art and the Levy Tai Chi School's presentation of the Saturday morning Qi Gong class, the Baduan Jin, the Eight Silken Changes. We are here thanks to the generosity of the Alexandria Museum of Art, who gives us this beautiful space to be in, and of course Rapids Regional Medical Center, who give us a grant to be here and teach the class for free. So I am profoundly grateful to both of those entities and those people behind those entities for having us here. It is a tremendous honor and a great joy to be here. I was thinking this morning, I joined last night on Facebook a Tai Chi group that is does the Yang School of Tai Chi, which is one of the school to which the form I teach belongs, the Yang School. And I was immediately overwhelmed by the number of people who were costumed up and who were having these classes and demos in front of these ancient Chinese temples and on these beautiful ocean-racked shores and things. And I was thinking about Halloween, and I was thinking about coming here in costume, and I thought that'd be kind of silly, and most of my costumes I couldn't really do class in. But it got me thinking about the costumes we wear. Not necessarily the uniform per se, but this is a costume of sorts. I realized that I was told when I first started teaching class years and years ago, my sifu said, you should wear something that sets you apart from the students, that says you're the teacher. And so I started wearing the nice uniforms, and that always kind of was my only badge of office, really. But we can get so easily embroiled in the costume side of things. I will not name names or point fingers, but I'm certain you can think of someone who joined something and got deeply into it, and they had to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on outfits, on costumes, on things you are required to wear, things you feel you're required to wear because Mrs. Jones wears it and Mrs. Smith wears it, so I've got to have it too. And we get so bogged down in those inconsequential things that we kind of lose track of why we're doing what we're doing. It's very easy to throw money at something and think that because I have the costume, I'm good at it, I'm doing well, when in fact the costume has nothing to do with it. Now, I am very appreciative and have a great deal of gratitude in my heart for being able to be here in this beautiful location. We have a marvelous out-of-the-weather area. We have artwork on the walls that changes. We have a marvelous staff that takes care of us. We've got a superb air filtration system here. It's climate controlled. It's really, really nice. But it doesn't really change the fact that what we're doing can be done anywhere. This can be done in your bathroom if you have enough room in your bathroom. You can do it in your backyard, in your front yard. You can do it in a hotel room. You can do it on a levee. You can do it in front of an ancient Chinese temple. Wherever you want to, it comes down to the fact that the gains we receive from playing and maintaining the form and staying with it for weeks and months and years is not in any way affected by where you do the form or by what you wear when you do the form. It's all internal. It's you, it's your work, it's your mental attitude, it's your mental efforts and your focus that changes you. The physical effort changes you. If you're wearing a fancy Korean silk uniform, or you're wearing Lululemon spandex, or if you're in front of an ancient pagoda, it won't change the fact that you'll have a good practice or a bad practice, and it'll go into the books as one more practice. It doesn't have any effect on you, what you wear, where you do this. So I want you to be mindful. I want you to be aware that those pitfalls are there, and we are very heir to them. Trust me, there was a time when I first started that I wanted to buy every uniform I could find. And thankfully, being a 6'2" at the time, 240-pound Guaylo, kept me from being able to just easily buy all these Chinese-made costumes because they don't make them as big as I am. So it indirectly saved me from spending a lot of money uselessly. Do I like having several of the uniforms? Certainly. They're very comfortable. They're very fashionable to me, and they set me apart as the as the Lao Shi, the guy leading the class, but that's as far as they go. I don't need to wear, or I don't need to own 14 pairs of dragon embroidered pants to be a better teacher. I don't need a fancy uniform top to be a better teacher, or to improve my own practice. My own practice before I began the video series was usually me in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt in the back bedroom, because there was enough room and it was quiet. There was no ancient monastery with the stones worn down by thousands of years of practicing students. There was a ratty old carpet and the cats and the bed and enough room for me to stand there. So don't get bogged down in the superficial. Don't let the superficial distract you. That's one more distraction. When we're in here and we're practicing and someone comes in, it's a distraction. We acknowledge it, we set it aside. When we're at home practicing, we're working, and someone comes in and bothers us, we acknowledge the interruption, we set it aside. Don't let those other little things, like having to have a nice uniform or having to have a beautiful place to work out, hinder you or stop you, heaven forbid, from simply playing the form. The form is the thing. The mindfulness is the thing, not the outerwear. And I do have to say this. I think this is. I don't think ironic is the right term for it. I think it's just rather funny that Georgia is here with us this morning, as almost always. And Georgia, if you don't know her, is an absolute top-notch theater costume designer and producer. She is an excellent seamstress. And here I am discussing costumes around her. So I haven't been hit yet. I haven't gotten the dirty look that I know of. But there's a time and place for costumes, certainly. And trust me, I'm a massive cosplayer. I love dressing up and being silly. But don't let it interfere when it's something that's a little more serious than doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show or going on stage and playing in a theater production. When it's something that's your mindfulness, that's your personal improvement, that is intended to fix this and this, don't let the drapery be the thing. Let the practice be the thing. All right, so let me find my spot. I got it set up a little fast. Let me find my spot back here, and we will start with our first Sao. Happy Halloween, by the way. It is the 31st of October, Saturday. And here we go. Miss Georgia here. All right. First Sao. Lifting the heavens. backwards. Stars fall to earth. Breathe in. Lion wags tail. out. Marry heavens and earth. Quan Ti sits on his throne. lastly, stamp the earth. One more. All right, well done. Nicely done, Georgia. Thank you for joining me, as always, both in person and you there at home on the videos. Your presence, whether remote or personal, is as always deeply appreciated. We discussed briefly this morning, or maybe not so briefly, I tend to be loquacious, the idea of not letting the trappings distract you from the actual work we're doing, the fun work, yes, but still it's work. And it occurred to me mid-form, just popped in my head, that there is, of course, a very short version of that, and that is to accept or to strive for substance over style. I could have saved you all 10 minutes this morning. Just said that and been done with it. But you know me, I like to chat. I hope you and yours have a marvelous Halloween, or if you're of the Wiccan or pagan variety, happy Samhain. If you're bringing your kids out, of course, please keep them safe, but let them enjoy this moment, because it is a difficult time for all of us. And I think a nice cold October night and some trick-or-treating, even distanced, is going to be a huge, huge plus for them. It's going to be a huge bonus. It's going to be crisp and cold, and all the spooks will be out and all that good stuff. So please, if you're driving, keep an eye open for them. If you're going with them, keep an eye on them. Let them have fun, because Lord knows we can all use it. As my Scottish grandmother never said, from gasties and gailies and lang-legged beasties and things that go bumpy tonight, Lord protect us. She never said that, but she should have. Please be safe. As always, keep yourself safe. Tomorrow morning, we of course will do the deep dive. Will be our last posture, stay up the earth. Should be a fairly quick class, but we'll try to get some meat out of there and dissect the problem a little bit for you and give you some ideas perhaps. I hope you stay safe, be well, and thank you.